The importance of all, remember the diamond and character is the bottom, is the rock. Now that statement is from Jesus, right? Jesus says that don't build your house on the sand, build a house on a rock. Do you know why? Because when the storm comes, you build a house on the sand, you collapse. You build a house on, you build your life on wealth, on power, on anything else, but no character. Many influential people in the White House end up in jail. Trump himself might end up in jail. Who knows? So you can be top in the world, but if you have no character, you don't go very far. Okay? So the character is our foundation. The saddest story is to spend your whole life building a house. Once to discover it collapsed. Why it collapsed? There's nothing inside you. You're hollow inside you. You have money, you have power, but you have no integrity, no moral, no character. When you have no character, you cannot survive the storm of life. Okay? So the best way to avoid such tragedy is to build a good character. That's today's theme. Okay? The character is the real foundation for all worthwhile success. Any real success in the world, in life, any real success, any lasting success is related to having good character, having good morals. You can win the short term. You can cheat your way, you can lie, you manipulate, but eventually it will backfire. That's the thing, it will backfire. There are many white-collar, powerful people in jail right now. Okay? Aristotle said, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Okay? Why? Why is our school no longer educate the heart? You learn knowledge, you learn skill, but knowledge and skill without character, you can't face the temptations and trials in this world. You know, young people, you don't feel sorry for them. They can't go through life without a character map. So I'm telling you 12 rules. Those are traffic lights, those are maps. How are you to navigate in this world? So if you do not have a character, then you cannot go through this world without getting in trouble. Okay? Character is the distinctive quality that describes how a person think, feel, and behave according to some ethical, moral standards. Okay? So now they say, oh, whose rule? Whose standard? As if there's no rule, but there is a basic rule that are universally applicable. Okay, that makes good culture. Okay? Be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever you sow, he shall also reap. In Asian, it's called karma, right? You believe in karma? Not Buddhists believe in karma, right? You do evil, nobody catch you, but you do enough evil, you'll come back to haunt you. You do good deeds, you'll be rewarded. That's the moral law, okay? The natural law of ability, the law of cause and effect, the law of karma, the law of effort, the law of habit. Now, habit is very important. How many of you have read Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Most Effective Men, right? So habit has to do with knowledge, skill, and attitude. So good habits need to be cultivated. Okay? Aristotle said, excellency is based on doing things right, practicing good habits, being on time, being honest, treating people with respect, hardworking, to do good habits. You practice every day, it becomes excellence. So excellent is based on the consistent practice of good habits. If you do not have good habits, you can talk about morality, talk about all kinds of things. Means nothing. The whole thing is that you have responsibility to discipline your mind, discipline your life. So it all begins with responsibility. The fourth R, we call it arithmetic, reading, whatever. The fourth R is responsibility. No discipline, you never get anywhere. How do you start disciplining yourself? A self-responsibility. I must discipline myself. I must have self-control. I must regulate my own behavior. We can talk about it now. So without discipline, nothing happens. Okay? Life is a matter of choices. You are your choice. You are your choice. This gentleman chose to come here by choice, right? He couldn't back to Germany, right? He chose to come here. So we are the accumulation of all the choices we make. If we keep on making bad choices, our destination will be bad, for sure. The decision tree, right? Take you further away from goodness. If you keep on making good choices, it doesn't matter how much you suffer, how much trials you endure. Eventually, your end will be good. Right? So I'm the proof, right? I'm 80 years old, 82 years old. The main crucial point, I have a choice. By choosing to do the right thing, which is very hard sometimes. It faces opposition, like persecution. But eventually, I'm vindicated, eventually. So don't go for expediency. Don't go for a shortcut. Okay, if you want to life amount to something, you need to do the right thing. Okay? Here's the question about it. Between the stimulus response, there's space. In philosophy, they are arguing about determinism and free will. Do you know what? It doesn't matter what situation, your behavior is not 100% determined by the stimulus. If you have no freedom, then you're not responsible, right? Look at Hong Kong. The government has all the police and power, but Hong Kong people choose to take the street to demonstrate, to risk danger, to endure the heat, because they want to protect their value of freedom. You all have choice. To know, oh, my parents may do that, the government may do that, or my poor health may do that. No. You always have a choice. Stimulus, response, in between the organism. In awareness, it can reflect on what is right, what's wrong. Stimulus response, 1 second, you consult your conscience, you consult your core value, you consult God. Say, what should I do? What the right thing to do? So that moment, that 1 second difference, make all the difference. The 1 second, right? What the right thing to do? That makes all the difference. You blindly follow follow the path of least resistance, follow the crowd, follow the path of expediency, afraid of pressure, afraid of punishment. You make one mistake leads to another mistake, and so on and so forth. By the time you realize that, you might be gone to the point of no return. This is what happened to many people.